Luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. Welcome, everyone. And I wanted to start off this video with this quote from Oprah Winfrey, because I think it's an important element of understanding what luck really is. To know that putting in the hard work and making actual tangible efforts and putting energy, money, time, work into realizing our goals is an essential part of getting ahead in life, and the recipe for success, I think, is to have a lot of that. So a lot of preparation, a lot of work, but also a hint of magic. So if you're interested in exploring this concept, or if you feel like you would like to have more luck in the upcoming year, then you are in the right place, because we are going to be doing a reading about luck. And hopefully the result of this reading is going to be that you release some of your self-sabotaging tendencies, attitudes, coping mechanisms, and go into the new year with a fresh new perspective and an openness to get lucky. Because I think more than anything, it requires a receptive state of mind and state of being. So if you want to get lucky, you need to exercise openness. So this is what we're going to do now. And I'm going to be using the Klim Tarot, which is a really pretty deck. And I'm also going to be using this deck, which I don't believe I've shown to you before, perhaps on my Patreon. In the exclusive videos, I have a video with these cards, but I haven't really used it that much. It's kind of silly. It's one of those decks that are not, I don't believe they have the same power and authority as regular tarot cards, but it's silly and it's fun to use. And since we're getting closer to New Year's Eve, I think we can allow ourselves to have fun with this type of stuff a little bit as well. So, and I would just like to remind you guys that New Year's readings are available on my Patreon and PayPal. So if you would like to receive a reading for the new year, I recommend that you check out the description, where you can find all the information you need in order to book a reading with me. Okay. Now, while I'm doing the shuffling, I would like to ask you to think about a recent lucky thing that happened to you. And when I say recent, it would be best if you could think of something from today, because that's the most powerful tool that you can use in this exercise. don't have to think of anything huge like winning the lottery or being given a raise or, anything like that. It doesn't have to be a huge life event. It could be as simple as being lucky enough to not miss the bus even though you started out late, or having good weather and sunshine despite the fact that it's winter time, or being able to make it home before it started raining, stuff like that. So it could be anything. It could be the most minor thing, doesn't matter. But I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I'm gonna be quiet for a while, and I would like you to go inside your memory bank and pull out one of those events. As I said, it would be best if it happened today or yesterday, but pick the most recent one that you can think of. And if you have it, please hold it. So hold on to it. Imagine your hands going around this memory like this. You don't have to grab it too strongly or too desperately. You just kind of want to hold it and separate it from the rest of the flow of memories. So you're just holding on to it gently in your mind, keeping it separate from the rest of the flow of consciousness. Still holding on to it. Still holding on to it. Just gently breathing in and out. Holding on to the memory of this event. Just keep breathing at a slow pace, deep breaths, your attention focused on this memory. You can see it, so you can have a visual model of this event, or hear it, or touch it. Smell it. Taste it. Whatever you want. Just make sure that internally you are connected with this experience, because we are going to use it as a sample for this cloud or this interesting energy, this matter that we call luck. And we're going to use this sample to be able to tap into luck. So it's still lingering in your mind. And I'm going to draw one card that is going to encapsulate the essence of luck, and it's going to be a clue as to what you should or could be doing order to get access to this energy. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Okay, let's see. Oh, fantastic. The card is called the World. It's a gorgeous card, and it's one of Klimt's most famous paintings, at least a detail of one of his paintings. And the World is a major arcana card that represents the oneness that the universe is made of. In the words of Ellen Watts, the world is not a bank to rob. It's not something to get out of. And luck operates on the understanding that you are not separate from the world. You are an essential, organic part of it. And just like a mother who's giving birth to a child, in the act of birth, the child is physically separated from the mother. But is he ever really, in spiritual truth, is he ever really separate when his genetic code, his mannerisms, his emotional attachment, everything about him makes him connected with this person, the mother? And so we as human beings are made of the universe. We're made of stardust. We're made of biological matter that is interconnected with all other entities and objects that roam this earth or are present, surrounding us, creating the landscape. Around us. Your luck comes from the realization that you're already lucky to be here, even if sometimes it doesn't seem that way. Just the fact that you have access to the internet and you're watching this video means that on a certain level, you have already made it. You have access to one of the most powerful, all-encompassing, divine inventions in the history of humankind. It's an infinite web of knowledge and resources. And of course, it's a silly place as well. So it depends on how you utilize it. your luck is an integral part of your being. Being unlucky is not even an option. It's not a possibility. And your reality is impregnated with opportunities. That will liberate you and take you to a much higher level. So, in this next part of the video, I'm going to pick a few cards from the Gypsy deck, and you can choose 3. So let's not get greedy. I'm going to pick 6, and you can pick 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and 6. Now, pick 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make your choice now. Think of the 3 numbers that you feel drawn to. And these cards are going to highlight the areas that you will experience the most luck in next year. All right. Number 1 is called loss. Number 2 is called officer. Number 3 is lover. Number 4 is hope. Number 5 is luck. Number 6 is sadness. Wow. Okay. Number 1, if you picked this card, it's called veszteség in Hungarian. It means loss in English. And your luck next year is going to be in realizing that the losses that you have had in your life really weren't in vain, or they weren't meaningless. In fact, the things that you have lost are putting you in a lucky position. To give you an example, losing a toxic relationship, a toxic friend, or a job might seem like a loss, but with time, it becomes clear that you dodged a bullet, that in fact, this loss is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to you. Even if it's hard to see now, if you look at the losses that you have experienced recently, even if it's hard to see how they can be beneficial to your life next year is really going to highlight the lucky aspect of these events. Number 2, officer, katonatist in Hungarian. Now, this card means that you get lucky in your career or lucky with authority. So if you have any legal disputes, any ongoing lawsuits, or any situations where you're up against an authority figure, luck is going to be on your side next year. And you're going to experience more power, but also more responsibility. But you're going to get more powerful in this situation, and you will be able to move forward. It can even refer to political circumstances turning out to be in your favor. Number 3, Saretu, lover in English, is a pretty self-explanatory card. It means happy, lucky turn of events when it comes to your love life. So, luck is on your side next year when it comes to that. Number 4 is remény, hope. Your luck is going to surprise you. A totally hopeless situation is going to be infused with the illuminated and powerful presence of hope and optimism. Even though it might seem like you don't stand a chance against the situation in your life, it seems like an impossible feat, a daunting task, an impossible mission. Luck is going to be on your side. You're going to be filled with hope and an openness to new experiences. And now we also have luck itself. That means it's like a Jolly Joker card. So you can think of one area in your life right now that you want to experience luck in. What do you want to turn out to be? Infused with luck and good fortune. You can make a wish now, because it's up to you. And finally, we have sadness. This is a sign that you are going to get lucky in mental health. So if you've been experiencing any depression or lack of motivation, any anxiety or stuff like that, any mental health issue that's been giving you a lot of trouble. You're going to get lucky with it. You find a good therapist or a good medicine that is going to work for you, or you find a new perspective, a new hobby. Something is going to change within your brain and around you in your circumstances to turn things around. I hope that you enjoy this reading. Thank you for watching, and good luck to all.